Well, after that face-off back and forth, they went into closed session for a few hours. And when they came out of that, it was an announcement made by Akpabiole. Then the voice votes. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. Yes, have it. That is how they buried your Decree 24, called 1999 Constitution, officially today. Follow this.
Conferred on it by Section 305, Subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and approve the proclamation of state of emergency declared by Mr. President in Rivers State of Nigeria. The Senate further directs that the declaration of the state of emergency stated in the proclamation document and the mandate of Mr. President to review, and hereby mandates the President to review and even to terminate the state of emergency at any given time, but not later than 6 months. The Senate further resolved that Section 11, Subsection 4 be invoked, providing the National Assembly the authority to set up a joint ad hoc committee of both chambers to oversight the administration of Rivers State henceforth. The Senate further resolves that a committee of eminent Nigerians be set up to reconcile the warring groups within the government of Rivers State within the period of the state of emergency in Rivers State. The Senate further resolved that a committee to reconcile the warring factions in Rivers State should consist of eminent Nigerians. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the closed session? Yeah. Approves the proclamation of the state of emergency 2025 declared by Mr. President in Rivers State of Nigeria as amended pursuant to Section 16, subsection pursuant to Section 60 of the Constitution, Section 305, subsection 2, and pursuant to our rules 1, sub B of the standing orders of the Senate, and also pursuant to rules 134, 135, and 136 of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in support of the declaration of the state of emergency in Rivers State say aye. Aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it in unanimity. Distinguished colleagues, let me cooperation and patriotic zeal as enunciated, as expressed, as elucidated, and as displayed on the floor of the Senate today. It is our hope that this declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State by Mr. President will bring peace and ensure speedy resolution of all the issues. Nuisance, Lily.
And please, let us be clear. The reason why Tifnumbu said he declared a state of emergency in Rivers State and suspends Fubara is because, one, to save Fubara from impeachment, right? Two, to save the state from the breakdown of law and order. Three, because of pipeline vandalism that he believes is being sponsored by Fubara's people. Now, in all of this, it has come back to be a complete breakdown of your own law in violation of your own constitution. Let's start with the last one, the alleged explosion that triggered the declaration of state of emergency. It was reported that some people sabotaged the Trans-Niger pipeline. That was the news. And less than 12 hours after that, Tinubu declared a state of emergency because they said that the governor and the House of Assembly, they cannot work together. This was, he said, Fubara refused to obey the Supreme Court judgment, which is also not true. But let's break it down. Let's start with the explosion, like I said. Those who are familiar with what it means to sabotage a pipeline have come back to say the whole thing could possibly have been made up because within 24 hours of this supposed breach of this pipeline, they have now told us that it has now come back, it has begun operation again. Meanwhile, those in the know are like, there is no way a pipeline, crude oil pipeline, will be breached, even if it's just a small space, that the recovery and the fixing of it will be done with, less than 12 hours. It is not possible. So whatever it is that Tinubu received as security reports, so others said, now, if you sense that some people are organizing, if your security report says some people are organizing violence, then that is the job of your security agents, the police and whatever, that discovered or detected that, supposed breakdown of law and order, right? It is theirs to arrest it, Abi. That did not give you the right to suspend an elected governor. There are so many others who have spoken on this. But before we start hearing others, right, let's take a look at this administrator, Abbas, I think that's his name, when he arrived at River State today. It's a long watch, but let's go.
This man, Gaga flight.
No, it's a civilian environment. It's not.
I don't come block out. This fine guy, ba?
Number one, don't block us. Come back now. Come back. I feel like
Hold on. Let's move inside. Let's come back. Sorry, open up.
I know. It's a long watch, isn't it? It's longer than that too, because of our time. Before his arrival, he was sworn in by Tifnumbu inside the Ask Rock in Abuja yesterday. And he flew to Port Harcourt today when he took over the reign of government. But the question so many people are asking right now is, where is Fubara? What happened to Fubara and his deputy? It's been over 48 hours and they have not been seen or heard from. Their family has not been heard from as well. So Atiku, as well as El Rufaya, the Kaduna Little Fingers, as well as this other guy, Fayewon, and many others came together today to condemn this declaration of emergency in Rivers State. To Atiku, this is one, abuse of power too many. And right now, the oppositions in Nigeria, they are coming together to form a coalition that will save Nigeria from Tifnumbu. Atiku, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, our demand and call to action. Number one, immediate reversal. We call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to immediately revoke this unconstitutional proclamation and reinstate the elected governor, deputy governor, and state assembly of Rivers State. Two, National Assembly reduction. We call on patriotic senators and representatives to vote against this illegal action when it comes before them for approval. The National Assembly must stand on the right side of history and not allow itself to be used to legitimize an unconstitutional power grab. Three, judicial intervention. We urge the judiciary to act swiftly in striking down this proclamation, as it sets a dangerous precedent that could be used to arbitrarily remove any governor in the future. I am very happy to read the ruling of a judge in Rivers State which directed a status quo. Number four, Nigerians must defend democracy. It's not only the responsibility of the opposition to defend democracy, it's the responsibility of all Nigerians, all of you, to defend democracy. Otherwise, there won't be a Nigeria. We call on all civil society organizations, political groups, and Nigerians of good conscience to stand firm in the defense of this democracy that we all have toiled to build. Rivers State is not a conquered territory, and Nigeria is not a dictatorship requiring the replacement of an elected governor with a military administrator. We recall that even when a previous administration had declared a state of administration in parts of the country bedeviled by insurgency and acts of terrorism, the governors of the concerned states were not removed from office, as this administration has done. This action by Tinubu, therefore, represents a new law for our country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the historical unrest in the Niger Delta should not be forgotten so soon. Past administration had made great efforts and sacrifices to restore peace and stability to the Niger Delta, which is critical to the economic health and stability of Nigeria itself. This federal government should not manufacture political crisis that could disrupt the fragile stability and return the country to the past that we have all prayed to leave behind for good. We must never allow personal political interests and the desire to hold on to power at all costs to throw the country into unavoidable chaos through brazen subversion of the principles of federalism, democracy, and constitutional governance. This is not just about Rivers State. It is about the future of Nigeria's democracy. Thank you all.
Support law. Because as it is, Nigerians are just about to understand what is called state capture, where there is no institution left, right, to help steer right the ship of states. You are about to experience that. Even what is his name, El Rufaya, too, was making an explanation at that hearing. Listen.
The two cases referred to occurred in the series of Passenger administration, in which both His Excellency, the former Vice President, and my humble self were part of. And it is true that in those cases the governors were suspended. These suspensions were challenged in the courts, and in 2006, the Supreme Court of Nigeria gave a judgment clearly